Hey guys, I'm Jack.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just got back from the movies. We just saw Venom. I think that we are like in the minority in a way that we didn't really like think that it like sucked. Like I know a lot of people for some reason didn't really like this, so I think we went into the theater with pretty low expectations because I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good.
Super low. I thought it was just okay.
Yeah,
like I didn't think it was like, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this movie is great. I thought it was just good. Like it was just good. Like I
didn't think that there was anything like specifically wrong with it. I mean, the plot is super basic. It was very easy to follow.
Like
it wasn't like anything like extraordinary or anything. Like it wasn't like a big deal for us. Like I thought it was a good movie though. Like I wouldn't like bash it or anything. I wouldn't say like it didn't suck. But
I wouldn't say like this is like, oh my god, this movie is so horrible and like start listing a bunch of things that I didn't like. I just don't think that anything stood out to me where I was like, oh my god, I love this movie. It was just okay. It was just good.
If you don't know what this movie's about, it's basically about so there's this thing like that's like Venom, and it's actually like alien.
It's the symbiote. So basically there are these symbiotes, which is like this alien like species, and the bad guy wants to take over the world and have like alien and human kind of like be combined, which is Venom in a way. Like that's pretty much Venom. And so that's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
and then there's Eddie, who is a reporter, and then he gets like thrown into all of this. And
there's kind of like a little bit of like a love story in some ways with this girl, and then she kind of gets involved in it, who is Michelle Williams from The Greatest Showman, which is really cool. Like I thought it was good though. Like I liked the characters. I really liked Eddie. I thought he was pretty cool to follow. I thought he was funny, and I just like, I think go in there with low expectations and you'll enjoy it, because we went in with pretty low expectations.
Yeah, my expectations were pretty low.
Like I was expecting this movie like not to be that great at all, but I ended up like, I didn't like, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't the worst thing ever.
Exactly, yeah.
So like I would give it, honestly, like I would give it like a 3.54 star.
I would give it 3.5 stars.
Sounds about right. And we're gonna talk about some spoilers, some certain scenes that were in the movie.
Go see it and then you come back.
Yeah, I really like the scene that's like, it's kind of like midway, but I really like the motorcycle scene with like the car chase when like the bad guys actually go in. And this is when he first gets the Venom like in him, and he's trying to control it, and he's eating like everything, which was really gross. Like, but I liked when like the bad guys like come into his apartment and he starts to fight him, because I think that's the first time that you actually see the Venom, like how it really affects him, and how he's struggling to fight, and how like when he has his arms up, he's like, no, he's like, no, we got this. Like how he's arguing with like the voice in his head who is the Venom, I thought was really cool. And I really like that whole fight sequence with the car chasing and with like the motorcycle. Like I love the shot when the motorcycle goes up and then like you had like Eddie like falling off of it almost, and then he ended up catching it. Like I thought it was a good car chase scene.
Yeah, I like that scene too. And I feel like, yeah, like that was really the beginning of them learning how to like work together in a way, because he was like resisting him at first, and then throughout the movie,
like you would do, because there's a voice in your head,
and there's Paris like thing in you. So yeah, he's obviously resisting him. But then throughout the movie, I think that he grows to really like that voice in his head by the ending, and
it becomes his friend in a way.
Exactly. And they both like
they bonded
and they were connected.
Yeah, like I think you also really see that at the very end of the movie, the way that they really work together, and how they became like friends. Like he actually became friends with this part of him, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, when he initially gets the Venom though, he's like freaking out and everything, and he starts like eating like everything. I thought it was funny though when he goes in and he sees Annie with Dan and they're like eating dinner or whatever, like a really fancy restaurant, and he goes in and he's like trying to show her, he's like, no, look, I got these pictures, and then like he ends up sitting in like the lobster tank. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, he was freaking out.
Yeah, I thought that was
like
funny.
Imagine seeing that in real life. Like,
yeah, really, exactly. Like what the fuck, right? Eddie seems to be, he was kind of driven by like vengeance in some way, because this guy Drake, he made him lose his job, and by losing his job, he lost his relationship, and he lost a lot. And you really see like during that 6-month period, you see how completely like his life has changed because of those moments where he tried to like expose this guy, and he ended up being right the whole time. So I thought that was it was really interesting, like his character development in some way. One character that I thought I kind of wish that she had some more depth to her and more of a story was the doctor, who goes and tells him like, no, if you were right, there's something bad going on here.
I think, or something like that.
She died very early on. I think that it would have been really interesting if she actually had like more of a story with Eddie, and like,
well, that's the whole thing, is because she was the whole reason why he was there. And
Venom,
I felt bad that she ended up getting caught and she died, which was
right away.
really, really annoying, because the whole reason why she was afraid to even go to Eddie in the first place about it was because of her family. So like, what happened to her family? Like,
it is minor, but I thought that she was like a really cool character. She had a lot of potential, so it kind of like, when she died, it was like, alright.
I think it would have been cool if she was in with Eddie helping him, because she knows about like the symbiotes and all of that. So I think it would have been cool if she was like going along with him with what he's doing and everything.
I thought it was
I think that would have been cooler. I mean, he was eventually, Annie does like end up helping him, so like they team up in a way. But I think that having the doctor there would have been, I think, better.
Yeah,
I think that would have been cooler. Cool. That would have been a cool team up if like at some point she joined him,
because it's like two people, and
I feel like she could have gotten like, she could have taken down Drake because of just like their relationship and everything, and I feel like that would have been cooler to have like her help take him down and not just like end up dead. I did like though the relationship with Annie and Eddie towards like the later half of it. Like I really liked how she went and she like was helping him, and you know, like the new guy that she was with, Dan, he was a doctor, so he was able to like let him know like, yeah, no, there's a parasite in you and this is really bad, and he tried to help them. And I did like that scene when they were in there and he's arguing and stuff, and he's like, am I gonna die, am I gonna die, like freaking out and everything. And I liked that scene when they were able, like Annie was able to like help get it out of him, and of course it ends up going in the dog, which was, oh my god, when it went in the dog. I like how in like when they're in the car though, and she's driving him to the hospital, I like how Venom actually like helps him out. He's like, this is the only chance that you have if you're gonna apologize. Because like he's in his head, so like he understands him in that way, and I guess that's why like they eventually like bond.
Those like little moments like that, I think is really when you kind of see that development more, and everything. But I did think it was surprising though that Annie ended up having the venom in her, like that scene when they catch him and they bring him in and then she kisses him and it's like the venom spreads into him. I thought that was pretty. That was a twist. We didn't see that coming. I like the end scene, like the big battle sequence between like the two different types of venom, like the bad venom and then the good venom, but I thought that it was a little too like hard to follow at some points, because like the venom was like going everywhere. At one point I'm pretty sure it was just confusing. All together into one giant venom looking like I thought that was too much. Like it was too long, and it was hard for me to follow.
Well, the whole point of that is because it was Drake and then it was him.
Yeah, exactly. So it was cool in that sense.
I really like Stanley's cameo.
Yeah, he was walking the dog in this movie.
Walking the dog. That was really cool to see him.
That was really cool.
It was exciting.
And now it seems like with the first end credit scene, it seems like they it had Haymitch in it, and it seemed like they were trying to is that a sequel? Like what was that?
Yeah, that was a little, that was really confusing. That it like set it up for a sequel, I think, but like I have no idea what that was, and like I don't think anybody else did. Like, did you guys know? Like,
I didn't catch that at all.
That guy wasn't in the, unless there was a mention of somebody in like a cell and we just didn't catch it. I don't know. That was not really like, that was like to me that was like a layman credit, because I didn't know what was going on.
No, exactly, and I did like though how at the end of the movie it went back to the beginning of the movie with like the lady at the store, and then the guy coming and trying to like rob her and stuff, and I liked how it went full circle. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like how it ended like that too.
Yeah,
and
I like though that it like he still has venom in him, because I didn't know if, I thought he had lost him, because you hear like goodbye Eddie and then he goes like in the water, so I didn't know that he still had the venom in him.
Yeah. I wonder if
like, how did that?
I figured that he didn't have it in him, and then
Yeah.
eventually he was gonna find it again if they did a sequel. So
That's what I thought. So I'm
yeah,
like,
it's still in him. There was no explanation of that. I guess he just survived. I'm really curious if they're gonna do a sequel.
I don't know. Let us know what you guys thought about the movie down in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys thought, because I know a lot of people weren't too happy with it. And like for us, we weren't familiar with Venom. Like I think he was in a Spider-Man movie that like I remember him from, but
yeah, but we don't
know the comic of him.
We don't know like him, like the details of like everything.
Yeah, so we'd love to know your opinions down in the comments below.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews.
Yeah, the next movie we're gonna go see is A Star Is Born.
Yes, and then Halloween this week.
Yes, you can also follow our Twitter and our Snapchat. We are at City of Your Feels.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye!